All right. Is anybody here? Is anybody waiting for me to start? I have to apologize. I'm a little late this morning because I was still on the other show. I was talking to my Gold Bagel members on their Trade Alert show, and kind of went off on a bit of a tangent today. I did some time traveling today. Basically, I was speculating about time travel, and once you get into that, that's like watching Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3. I mean, next thing you know, you got 7 hours of movie time, and your entire day has changed. Do you ever remember when the first time you saw that movie? Do you ever remember the first time you saw Back to the Future? Did you see it in the theater? Did you see it in the drive-in? Did you watch it on a DVD? Did you watch it on a tape? You remember VCR tapes? Did you watch it on a friend's television? Did you watch it on network television once with all the commercials in it? I don't know. I remember Back to the Future. Movie theater, saw it. That's where I first saw it. And I think I watched it 5 times in the movie theater within the first 2 months it was out. At least 5 times. At least. Because back in the day, I couldn't hear all the lines of the movie because of all the laughter in the theater that was so loud that you couldn't hear the follow-up lines to the one-liners. So watching it the second time and the third time, every time I watched the movie, I would learn new lines and dialogue and memorize it, and it would just be part of my future. Then when number 2 came out, I watched it as well. And by the time number 3 came out, I think Jen and I were into a DVD scenario, if I can recall, because now that's when everything was shifting at that point. But yeah, I have watched those 3 movies, I don't know, combined 150 times. I can't imagine it's less than that. I mean, it is just, love that movie. From what, 1984? 1986, 87, 85, because they were talking about 1980, going back in time, from 1984 back to 1955, something like that, which is the year I was born. So I'm born in 1955, and they're time traveling back to October the 10th, 1955. It's the day Doc Brown hit his head, fell off the toilet, hit his head on the sink, and figured out how to make a flux capacitor, which makes time travel possible. Yes, I love that show. Anyway, I was talking about that, and was talking about how folks here today on this channel now, 144 of you are here. 144 of you are here watching me live now in 2024. I was kind of wondering, what would it have been like if someone come in a flux capacitor with a DeLorean back to 1984 and visited me when I was 28 years old, because I'm 68 now. I was 28 then. If someone had come to talk to me when I was 28 and I was in the brokerage business, and I had a license to securities trading and options trading, and I was just about to become, if I wasn't already, a branch manager of a brokerage firm in charge of employees. I had my own, I had the bosses from head office, I had my employees. I was in a pressure cooker of life, but at 28, I was relishing the action. If someone would have come to me and said, "Listen, can I have a coffee with you in private?" I say, "Yeah, okay, sure. What do you want to talk about?" And the person said to me, "I'm from the future. I'm from 40 years from now," and I'd be going, "Really?" And they'd say to me, "There's a movie coming out very shortly that you're going to love. It's going to come out in the next few months. It's called Back to the Future. You're going to love this movie. Trust me." But you watch that movie a couple of times, and boy, are you going to understand what I'm going to talk to you about. And I go, okay. And then they'll tell me some stuff about me that, how did you know that? And I'll go, okay, you're real. And now, what's the future? And they were to tell me, they were to say to me, well, 40 years from now, in 2024, you as a 68-year-old guy, I'm going, I'm still alive at 68. They go, yep, you're still alive at 68. I'm going, okay, I'm all right. You're going to be spending the winters in California, and you're going to do summer trips to Europe, and you're going to take a computer with you wherever you go, not only a desktop computer, but a big-ass iPad. I'm going, what the hell's an iPad? And you're going to take one of these with you, and they're going to show me theirs, and I'm going to go, what is this? And they're going to say, this is going to change your life, along with everybody else. And you are going to be talking live every day to people around the world using these devices and regurgitating all of your knowledge and experience to people to help them make money. And I'm going to go, wow, that's... So there's, and I'm going to go, is it working? And they say, oh, it's working. And I'm living proof. The person will say, I'm living proof that it's working. I'll say, how is that? Well, my mom and dad were watching you in 2024, because I'm from the future. I've come all the way back here. My mom and dad were watching you, and you changed their lives. And time travel wasn't possible until 2064. And so I'm actually here from 2064 to tell you that in 2024, wow, and in 1984, I found you. And I'm going, you got to be kidding me, man. You're from 80 years from now. By the way, am I alive 80 years from now? I'd be 108. I can't answer that question, which means no. My goodness. What can you imagine if you were visited by someone that you look at that person, you go, you look familiar to me. And they say to you, you do look, I know I look familiar to you. I am so-and-so's son, and that person knew you in 2024, or you knew that person in 2024. I'm going, oh my gosh, yeah, you do look kind of familiar. I don't know. I wonder what's the future going to be like? What's the past going to be like? What's the present day going to be like? Welcome to the party, pal. I'm glad you're here. It makes us think a whole lot. What's going to happen today? Forget about the past of 1984, and forget about the future of 2064. What's going to happen today in 2024? It is June the 27th, 2024. We're coming to the end of June here, getting ready for July next week. I think we're closed next Thursday. If I am not mistaken, not a single viewer has confirmed any of this to me. I have asked now twice. This is the third time I'm asking. Are we closed next Thursday, July the 4th, in the U.S.? Is the U.S. market shut down next Thursday but open on Friday? I am looking and waiting for an answer. Anybody want to try and give me that? I'm just curious. Because if we're shut down next Thursday because it's July the 4th, doesn't that mean if you write an option today that expires next Friday, it doesn't have 6 trading days, it only has 5 trading days? There's a trading day missing. A day of free shrinkage is available to any of you who want to write contracts that expire next week, Friday. Here we go. Yes, says Candy. White Feather. Yes, we're closed. JD and Depeche. Finally, someone is listening to one of my pleas for help have been answered. Can you imagine? Thank you all for being here. And look, you want to write a call option on GameStop or Nvidia. You want to do credit spreads on some of these stocks that expire next Friday. Even SPY, triple Qs. I don't know, whatever works for you. Think about this. Could you theoretically put together a credit spread that dies next week Friday? Because Thursday next week is no trading. That is a free shrinkage day. That could be the difference between making 20% on your money and 80% on your money. It all depends on how much time is left on a contract. Think about that, huh? Early close on July 3rd and July 4th close spreader. Thank you so much. Maybe you don't get as much premium today because of that. That's possible, but there are stink offers and stink bids. Close July 4th and only open July 3rd until 1 p.m. Yes, we're closed, says Trish the Dish. So it's 4.5 days. See? People are thinking now in a smaller way, we take money out of this market, therefore market belongs to us as well, belongs to all of us. A Splair, 1.5 day free shrinkage, Bruce. It's 1.5 days of free shrinkage next week. Have you thought of that? Now, look, if you write a contract that dies the week after, okay, That means instead of writing a contract that has today and tomorrow, and then 5 days next week, and 5 days the week after that, 12 days, you don't have 12 days of shrinkage, trading shrinkage. Forget the weekends, that's another matter. You got to add another 1.5 days of shrinkage. We're only down to 10.5 days of time. So if you're going to write a contract that's expiring a week from Friday, that's only got 10.5 days to live. That's a good thing for writers. Option writers love this. This is a good game. I am certain, I am 99.99% certain that there are institutional traders out there who've been aware of this and are always aware of this. They've looked ahead to any holidays in August and September and every holiday, and they figured out the calendar going forward. And they know when they're going to start writing options to take advantage of these holiday days that we don't think about until the couple of days before it happens. And they've already enjoyed shrinkage from weeks ago and days ago. And some of you might think about this next Friday expiry or the Friday after that expiry. There might be something to it. Of course, a senior, an institutional trading entity, whether it's a mutual fund, a pension fund, a hedge fund, insurance companies, big banks, you name it. These folks are dealing in thousands of contracts, like Roaring Kitty is dealing in contracts and had been dealing in contracts. 120,000 call options. That is institutional trading. How many of these guys exist around the world? And they do these kinds of trades off the options market. Think about this. How many derivatives are out there where an institution writes contracts that aren't on the options market? It mirrors the options market. It mirrors the equity market, but it's on the derivatives market, and that's a black market that you and I don't get access to, where institutions trade with institutions without regulators getting in the way of their business, and they can conduct transactions on millions of shares of stock worth billions of dollars that you and I will never know about. And then a quarterly report comes out down the road, and one entity says, "Yeah, we made $4 billion in profits this quarter," and the street's going, "How did you do that? We monitor your stuff. We monitor what you do. We have friends working in your bank, in your investment bank. We know the deals you were involved with, whatever IPOs or pre-IPOs or mergers and acquisitions. How did you make this much money?" Well, we did some trading on the derivatives market. Derivatives market profits, which we don't have to disclose. And another entity comes out from, I don't know, from Hong Kong or from Singapore or Los Angeles, wherever they're based. We made $1.5 billion last quarter, but we were expected to make $2 billion last quarter. But we made $1.5 billion. Why so little? We did okay on our real estate and development, and we did all right on this area. We did okay in our bond department, but some of our derivatives didn't quite work out. What trades were those? Oh, we don't go into that. That's confidential. But you're a public company. Shut up. We're not going to talk to you about it. Oh, okay. And there you go. There's that little story going out. Here on this channel, 265 of you are here right now. You figured something out. I can trade just like the institutions on the options market, the regulated options market. I can trade just like these guys, one contract at a time, or any amount I want in one contract increments. I can write contracts. I can write options or credit spreads, poor man covered calls, take on cash secured puts. I can do whatever I want in the options market, one contract or more, anytime I feel like it. And I never knew this existed. 3 months ago, I had no idea what this was. 6 months ago, I heard the term options, but didn't understand it. 3 years ago, I found this guy talking about the market in plain English, and now he wears T-shirts, Stink Bits Save Lives. He has a coffee mug, GameStop. I started following him in 2021, and I'm still here in 2024. And oh my God, what I do now with my account versus what I did before finding this guy, there's no, you won't I don't recognize myself anymore. I don't recognize what I did, how I did what I did, what I thought about the market, how I interpreted the market, how I understood the market. Today, my appreciation of this business is so different. And when I get together with someone at a family reunion or a wedding or something, someone's graduation, I meet someone I haven't seen in 2 years. Personally, I haven't seen this person in 2 years. And we always hit it off. Well, we're pals, and we just, we go off to the corner and we just chat and catch up with each other, and it's just great to see you. And we know we're not going to see each other for another couple of years, but it's just a wonderful thing. Some of you have noticed that when this occurs, that certain friends and relatives and associates, that former coworkers, whatever, someone from the bowling team, you get together with them and a group of you, and you listen to the talk around the table, and you realize they're all the same. They're all the same. They all have their quirky sense of humor and their hot button little words that you can use on them to get them going. But when they talk about the market, they talk about the stock market like you used to talk about the stock market before 2021 or 2022 or whenever you found me. Before you found me, you talked about the market in a certain way with your pals and associates. And today, you're listening to your pals and associates once in a while talk about today's market, and they're exactly the same as they were 2, 3, 4 years ago, as they've been for 10, 20 years. And you are realizing at that moment in time, that's when it hits you right between the eyes. That's the moment that the axe splits your head open and you go, oh my God, what I used to talk about and follow and what I do now and understand that, nothing is the same. Everything has changed, completely everything. And what I do in the market and my little old account, which I think is a tiny little account, versus what my pals are still doing with their accounts, is night and day. Absolutely night and day. And I can only say welcome to the party, pal. I'm glad to have brought you along the journey to this point in your life, in your investment saga. And I'm hoping that going forward, you will continue to grow the awareness of how everything is working and why it does what it does. It should give you inner confidence. It should give you inner peace, because you'll say to yourself, I've been on my own here, in my rec room or on my iPhone watching this guy and talking to my friends here. I'm a member of his channel. I've taken his classes. I'm a Gold Bagel member. I'm part of the Discord group because I'm a Gold Bagel member. This has been great, but I can't talk to my best friends or my former college roommate or my old business partner or family and relatives that I see once in a while. I can't talk to them about what I'm doing here now because I don't have the time to try to explain to them what it is I'm doing. I've tried with a couple of friends and it just doesn't work. I mean, I lose them. I talk to them about this whole option thing, and within 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, they're kind of fumbling about looking to go somewhere else. They don't want to hear from me anymore because they're just, I don't know what he's talking about. Because they're looking at me like I'm in some kind of a religious cult or something like that. And then you get into a group and you realize, oh my God, now I know why. I now know why I can't talk to my family and friends in a mature kind of way about what it is we're doing. They just are so still there. They are where they were, and I am where I am. And I'm down the highway, man. I am down the highway. I'm in another state, past several states. I'm on the other side of the country, and it's a different world that I live in, and it's still expanding out. And so, yeah, I know. I do know. look, I have relatives too that I love dearly, vice versa. Jen and I, love our family, but there are certain things we can't talk to the family about. Uh, I They ask me, "How's the channel going?" They don't watch because why should they? How's the channel going? And we can talk a little bit about YouTube, but I can't talk to them about how you guys are making money. I can't explain it to them either because they're not. They're never going to do this. You have to accept it. You have to accept the fact that out of all the people out there that are in the market, and there are hundreds of millions that follow the market very closely or reasonably closely, and then get into it in one way or another. And then there are millions who are really into the stock market, like deeply in, and none of those folks have anything to do with option writing. Not a scintilla of knowledge of option writing. They don't want to discuss it because that's where all the risk is. That's where all the gamblers are. And I'm not one of those people. I'm a very conservative person, and I'm trying to build my retirement, and it is sacrosanct, and I'm not going to risk any money that I've put away for the last 30 years into my retirement account, and I'm not going to go into some highfalutin trading thing that I don't understand. And this is human nature. This is the world in which we live. And back in the day, I guess, depending on how old you are, at one point in your life, maybe you were a teenager and you had to decide in certain areas of the North America, you had to decide what high school program you were going to go into, or you had to decide towards graduation of high school, what school am I going to go to for college? What am I going to take? These are life decisions. These were major life decisions forced on 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. And some kids would say, I'm going to take a class I'm going to start college with this. But until I get there, I'm not going to commit to the rest of my life and I'm not going to become a doctor. I'm not going to say I'm going to be a doctor. I might go into this and I'll try this, I'll try that. And I might adjust my classes. Some of you took a gap year. Some of you went to school for a year or two, took a year or two off, and then came back understanding, I now know what I want. And you went after that. However you did it. Whatever you did, whether you ever went to school or not, college or not, it doesn't matter. You all figured out sooner or later a course, a roadmap, something. Might have taken 3 years, might have taken 20 years. I don't know. And some of you are still searching for the ultimate answer. I get it. It's the world in which we live. But I got to say, the world in which we did live in, whether it's from 1984, 1974, 1994, 2004, whatever world you grew up in, whatever era you grew up in, from 15 years and back ago, the world has changed. And it's still changing. And you've run into people all your lives who refuse to want to change into the new world. They want it the way it was. They want it the way it used to be. They don't want any changes. Others of your generation, whatever generation you're at, can't wait for the future. Can't wait for the new thing, the next wave. You're front running it. You're going for it. And there's the rest of us who are kind of like, well, and change is inevitable. We'll adapt. We'll figure it out because we figured it out so far. And the older you get, like me, you get to my age of 68. Still can't believe I say that. Can't believe I am 60. I can't believe. You get to this age, you realize I can survive a lot of crap. I really can. I can survive a lot of BS. And I also understand how a lot of shysters are out there trying to convince me that this is happening and this is happening when I know they're full of crap. Because at the end of the day, it's up to me to decide what I'm going to do with my life, how I'm going to move forward in my world. Jen and I have figured out our path, and we're adjustable. We're flexible. We go with the flow. And that's a way to survive. Now, for some people, they just can't do that. They just cannot they have to follow a menu of services. This is my appetizer. This is my main dish. This is my dessert, and I cannot waver. I understand. These are the folks that get the little phone call at 3 in the morning going, your life just changed. Your parents, your mother just passed away, and you're going to inherit half of the estate of your mom and dad. And two of your siblings are now looking to you to lead everything forward because you're the executor of the estate. That's the 3 in the morning phone call that you go, oh, crap. Oh, shoot. Yeah, well, welcome to life. 101, 102, 103. And now we move forward. And you better move forward. Kicking and screaming, that's the way it is. Thank you for joining me on this channel and my journey since 2021, since I started going live on this channel. I created this channel in the summer of 2020. At that time, we were into COVID. And I had another channel, Traveling with Bruce, going from 2017. And I was getting ready with Annie Jen. We were getting ready to go on a series of cruises, group cruises with our viewers from the other channel. We were ready to go. We had booked cruises. We were ready to roll, and it all got canceled. Auntie Jen, how are you this morning?
3 canceled.
3 canceled. 3 cruises canceled in like 30 days.
I know I'm early. I came in for my iPad.
I know. You've got to get going.
I know.
Big day today. Big day for Jen today.
Doctors have your hours.
That's right.
They like to be there first thing in the morning.
Jen is going in to get her knee injected today.
Yes, I am.
And she can't wait.
I can't.
She's had it done before. She can't wait for this one. Pain-free.
Little steroid, little Synvisc.
Let's go, baby. Let's get her jacked up. Just like Biden and Trump. Let's jack her up.
Do you know what the weather is today, what it's called?
No.
I think people in the North Central America know what this is called. This is an Alberta clipper going through.
Oh, really? We got an Alberta clipper.
But in the summer, we don't really pay attention to it.
Yeah.
In the winter, they pay attention.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Alberta clipper in the winter is brutal.
So it's going to be very windy today. This thing's just going to go whipping down our province.
True. We're just outside the foothills from the Rocky Mountains. The mountains are 50 miles, 60 miles away. The foothills are 15 miles away to the mountains themselves.
That's why it's so pretty here.
And from here, east of us, flat as a pancake, the prairies. And
well, except for those really lovely gorges.
Yeah,
I know you guys have the Grand Canyon, but we have the Dinosaur Valley.
Yeah, but generally speaking, that's the deal. You got the mountains, the foothills, the prairies. Now, the transition from one to another.
The wind comes through those narrows and has nothing to stop it.
Nothing to stop it. Yeah, there's a reason why all around this city, there really aren't a lot of trees. Like, not a lot of them. Certainly not grand, gigantically tall type trees. They would not survive the winds.
They don't grow straight.
Yeah, they kind of go in. That's why in certain places in the United States, there are no trees unless they're planted by mankind and maintained, and they have poles to hold them up with ropes and wires to keep them from falling over. Hey, it's the environment.
And the early immigrants coming from Europe knew to chop down a tree to build a house, not knowing that there weren't any more around the corner.
Yeah, and so lumber was a big business in certain parts of North America in the 1800s.
We got sandstone and we got slates.
That's right. Certain building materials were available locally and some were not, and they had to be imported.
And we got clay. We got lots of clay.
Yeah.
Make bricks.
Oh yeah.
We got lots of clay.
But different thing. In any event, you're getting ready to roll.
Grab the old iPad and say hi and bye.
Hi and bye from Auntie Jen.
Enjoy your Thursday. A week today, July the 4th.
That's what we were talking about. Yeah. We're closed a week today.
Yeah.
And
Monday, Canada Day.
Yes. I'm on the air.
You might have to wear a Canada Day shirt. What do you think?
Really?
Really?
I think so. But yeah, I'll be here Canada Day Monday. That's the 1st of July. I'm on the air. US market's open. I'm on the air. Thursday, I'm off. Right. Just like you guys. And one day of free
Friday's going to be
quiet. It's going to be quiet Wednesday, dead Thursday, quiet Friday. But nonetheless, with markets on one of these,
Yes. Oh, yes, it's busier than it
Not
used to be in the old days. But
not like the old days when Jen and I were brokers. I was just
You
talking
could
to the
sleep.
kids. I was talking to the kids about
The kids.
1984 when
Okay.
we were 28.
Okay.
Had someone come into our brokerage office and asked to speak to us privately over a cup of coffee, and we would have taken him into our little client room and had a chat. And you and I would be sitting there, and the person would say to us, "Hi, my name is so and so. I am the son or daughter of so and so, who you don't know yet, that was a viewer of your channel in 2024 on YouTube, and you
You'd
changed
have
their
so
life and
much
changed
you'd
mine."
have to explain.
We'd be going, "Huh?
First, you'd
What?
have to explain this.
What's yeah?
What is this?
that you're talking about?" They'd show us one of these. If they could travel with this, they could travel with this and show us this,
This has,
and then show us my channel, show me on the air in 2024 going, "I'm from 2064. I'm actually from way in the future. This is in our archives. We found this out. Here's what you used to look like in 2024 when you were 68. This is what you were doing 40 years from now."
this is
And
what
I'd be
you will
going,
look like.
"What?
So
the
see,
heck?
there's
What?"
proof that there is no time travel, because you'd be here. You'd come back.
See, see,
You'd be
but
here.
am I alive in 2064?
But maybe there's a rule you can't come back and talk to yourself.
Maybe there's rules.
There's rules.
After all,
You know, the you can't interfere, butterfly effect, and all
Right.
that stuff.
right? You can't
You
get
can't
within,
talk to
you
yourself.
can't get within 100 miles of yourself. Or
But I got to tell you, I haven't seen you either.
So
But the day is young.
the day is young.
young.
Someone could still come from the future and visit us.
I'm going to leave this open for you.
Sure, just make sure that bag's in the way. Yeah, well, maybe someone's going to come into the place here, says to me, "I waited for you to get off the air." and then I didn't want to come and join you while you're on the air because you'd freak out. So I thought, well, that makes sense. My viewers might freak out that someone is here from the future. You're asking me questions to ask this individual. I ask this individual questions from you, and I get answers, and you're going, "This guy's from the future. Oh my God." Do we want to do that? We would create a sensation on the internet. Of course, it'd be good for my views, right? I mean, it would be good for the channel, I suppose, but maybe not so good for the channel. Yeah, I think we should want. I think we want to stay on script and talk about getting rich from writing call options. Maybe that's how we want to do this. Things have changed. Anyway, thank you all for joining me today. Great to have you here. Let's get going, everybody, and see what happens. I'm showing GameStop at $24.24 right now, up 4 cents. So okay. Jobless claims declined last week's, coming in below estimates. You know what that means? The U.S. economy under President Joe Biden is stronger than the Federal Reserve not necessarily wants, but the Federal Reserve is going to say, "Look, we can't lower interest rates with a hot economy, with the strongest economy in the Western world, Joe Biden's America. We're not going to reduce interest rates because we're worried about inflation going up because it's of an overheated economy. Americans are doing too well right now on average." And that's where you guys come in going, "My brother-in-law is dying out there. My sister is dying over there." Yeah, well, that's individual cases. But as a whole, America is doing just fine. And if you're in France, and you're in England, and you're in Germany, you're in other countries, you're looking at the American economy going, "I wish we had their problems. That would be okay. If we had the problems America is having, this would be a far better situation for us." Have you noticed the Japanese yen against the American dollar is now 160 yen to the American dollar? It used to be 100 yen to the American dollar 3 years ago. No one talks about that in the political campaign because that's good news for the current administration. You're not going to highlight the good stuff. It's unbelievable. The cost of a Toyota or a Lexus automobile coming into America has not gone up 25% in 2 years in price, because the currency that Americans use to acquire Japanese-made Lexus automobiles or anything else from Japan is stronger against the yen than it was 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, keeping prices under wraps. That's reality. The European euro. The euro is at what, 107? It used to be 130 to 140. Look at any chart from 3, 4, 5 years ago, and take a look at the strength of the American dollar in the last couple of years. It's quite noticeable against the British pound, the Swiss franc. Check it out. Imports into America are actually not inflationary overall, except for one area where it's costing Americans dearly. Americans would be so much richer if one thing hadn't happened about 6 years ago. Tariffs. Tariffs charged to imports, especially from China, have cost Americans trillions of dollars in lost wealth. And that wasn't put in by the current administration. That was the one before that. And the guy who wants to come back, he wants to increase these tariffs on all goods coming into America, which will surge prices in the U.S. And experts are now going, that happens, the American dollar is going to lose value against all world currencies, which will compound the problem even more. Well, that's kind of a worrisome thing. Apparently, some are saying that depending on the level of tariff increases, oil prices, gasoline by the gallon, $8 to $10 a gallon in America. That will be the new normal for gasoline prices. Doesn't have to be that way, but hey, it's not my country. I'm just a fan. I just love America. I think America's great, but it's Americans I love a lot. Americans are great. Some of the American politicians maybe aren't so great, but Americans are fabulous. Love having you. I love having you come up here, and we love visiting you down there. But what can I say? Anyway, welcome all to the program. It's great to have you here. Nice to see you all from coming by. And like I say, it's good to see you guys. Appreciate you being part of the program today, being part of the program, part of the channel. Thanks to those of you who have joined this channel as subscribers, and those of you who become members. Appreciate that. It's great to have you all part of this program. How much money are you going to make today? I don't know. We're up $1 on Apple. We're up. We're not up on Tesla. We're down about 50 cents. Over on Google, I see we're about a penny higher. There's not a lot going on. It is kind of a quiet session here. Nothing seems to be happening on SoFi. 648. I've been asking. Are we at the low end of our trading range lately? Like, what's the story on the markets? Where are we really at? Taking a look here at 107 thumbs ups. Thank you for that. Poll question today. I think GameStop has hit the low end of its new trading range, $20 to $25 a share. 310 people have responded to the poll question. 68% are saying, yeah, I think this is the low end of the range for GameStop. 69% now. 20 to 25 a share seems to be the range of the GameStop shares on the low end. Only 31% think, no, this stock could go even lower. Where this 20-25 range might be a little too high yet. I looked at a couple of things this morning on GameStop, and I found that there are now 426 million shares in existence. There is 4.2 billion cash in the bank, which means $10 a share of GameStop. $10 a share is cash. So the stock's trading at $24.15. $10 of that is cash, and $14 of that is what we call the enterprise value of the company, which means the stock is $14 a share on its potential earnings and the existing business that it has, which, of course, are the retail stores of the GameStop locations and its warehouse and its head office and its inventory and its earnings potential and blah, 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 and earnings potential of the cash. Because the cash of GameStop, 4.2 billion at 5% interest is 210 million a year of income on the $14 billion enterprise value as well. Remember that. So that is there. Now, what is the earnings potential of the GameStop stores? We saw a profit of over 50 million or more in the fourth quarter. We saw a 17 or $20 million loss in the first quarter, which is the worst quarter of the year for any retailer. And now how does it go out going forward? If the company earns 200 million in profit from the retail division this full year, and they're earning 200 million in interest for a full year, that's 400 million in overall earnings on 14 billion of enterprise value. Again, the stock at $24 this moment. Well, if 400 million is coming out in profit, multiply that out or divide that into 14 billion or whatever, $14 a share. What are we talking about? If we're talking 20 times earnings on 400 million, that's 8 billion in value for the company. And the entire value of the company right now is 10 billion. That's the market cap. Take 4 billion away, 6 billion is the enterprise value of GameStop, actually. 6 billion. But if 400 million is coming out, and at 20 times earnings, that's 8 billion, then the stock is underpriced. See what I'm getting at? Because cash is cash. Dollar for dollar, money is money. The remaining market value, the $6 billion market cap that isn't cash, is what earnings are going to be derived from. I mean, we have to figure it out in different ways. Anyway, I don't want to over-confuse it and overdo it. But at the end of the day, if you've got 4.2 billion in cash, you have zero debt, you're going to make money as a corporation, no matter what you do or do not do with your existing business. Now, if you sell your existing business in the next year to a private equity outfit and you bring in $2 billion for it, you now have $6.2 billion in cash. And if that gets you 5%, you're making 310 million a year in profit as a holding company of cash. Just cash. No one does that. No public company does that. But just as a very basic calculation, if there's 6.2 billion cash in a company with 425 million shares outstanding, we're talking $15 a share in cash. That's what's in the bank. Undisputable. So if the stock's $24 and they've got 6.2 billion in cash, they have $15 a share in cash. That's that. So we're at $24. What's the downside of this stock? 20 to 25? Sounds reasonable to be this conservative, really. What's the upside? There is the question. What do you do with $4 billion, $6 billion? What do you do with it? Can you generate 15 or 20% return on that money doing something other than just buying U.S. Treasury notes? I think yes. I think you can. 20% return on $4 billion is $800 million a year. That's a lot of money. That's bringing 200 million from the stores. That's $1 billion a year in earnings against 425 million shares. That's $250 a share, $240 a share net earnings. 20 times multiple, $48 a share stock. We're at 24. GameStop could well be dramatically undervalued in the very near future, where some analysts will go, well, they took that $4 billion and they did this and they did that. They got into this, they got into that. They're going to generate 20% returns on that money, plus their business. And now if they blow off that business and add that cash to their investment strategy and generate 20% on $6.2 billion, they're making 1.3 billion in profit. They're approaching $3 a share in profit. 20 times earnings, $60 a share. This stock isn't going to trade at 5 times earnings. If you are cash rich and generating these kinds of returns, you don't trade at a 5% PE multiple, 5-time PE multiple, or a 10-time PE multiple. You trade at 20 to 50 times earnings because the upside is dramatic from here. And what if the stock goes to 35, 40 bucks a share again, and Ryan Cohen says, we're selling another 50 million shares in the open market. We're going to 475 million shares outstanding, and we're going to haul in another $3 billion. They're sitting on $7 billion. Sell the company off. They're on $9 to $10 billion in cash. Less than 500 million shares outstanding. This is a $22 a share cash company. This thing is, the boats are being lifted here. All boats are being lifted. I'm just, there are people betting against GameStop. There are idiots gambling and betting against GameStop. That's what's really going on. I'm amazed at all this. Just absolutely amazed at all this. In any event, I don't know, just saying. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for coming in here. Thanks for being part of the program. Thank you for tolerating all of my hopes, wishes, dreams, and aspirations for all of you. Thank you for becoming, part of this family. Those of you who have become members of this channel, you are the lifeblood that keeps us running. We thank you very, very much for being members of this channel. A lot of channels out there, they never mention, the host never mentions the fact that the channel even has memberships. I'm amazed at how many other channels out there ask you to become a member of their channel, and you get nothing. You get next to nothing for your monthly contribution. I'm blown away by it. Gold Bagel members of this channel, the penthouse suite people here who are I think, who deserve nothing but the best. I think there's value here for you guys. I really believe it. And obviously, the number of Gold Bagel members exceeds the number of all members of this channel. You can be a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member for $10 a month, or you can be a Gold Bagel member for $25 a month. We have more $25 members than $10 members, and that in itself is a statement that says it all right there. And I do my darndest. I work as hard as I can to make sure that if you're a Gold Bagel member, you are going to get your fair share of perks for being a Gold Bagel member, including trade tips. The best I can get them to you. The primetime show we did last night, for example, the show I do every morning at 8 o'clock Eastern or 7:45 Eastern, just for Gold Bagel members. Gold Bagel members get a lot of extra perks for that extra $15 a month that you're ultimately coughing up to be a Gold Bagel member of this channel. I do appreciate you all so very much, and I say congratulations to those of you who've turned your lives completely around by becoming an option writer. You've figured out something that you never thought was possible. You never thought it would be doable. And oh my God, there is cash flow coming into your accounts from option writing you never thought existed. You only thought it happened to the so-called you thought what happened to the so-called, hedge funds only, the billionaire people, the ones that are in those private clubs that you'll never get into, where the highfalutin guys meet each other at the private tennis club, or they golf together at exclusive golf clubs, golf properties around the USA, or they fly for the weekend. One jet comes in to this private island, and another jet comes into this private island, and the families get together, and the moms and dads hang out with each other and talk about, oh yeah, our advisors, we're making all kinds of money writing options. We've gone over some strategies here. You want to talk to the hedge fund? I'll give you I'll put so and so who runs that hedge fund in touch with you. You may want to put like 50 million with this guy, or 200 million with this guy. You want to work with these people. You're not part of that club. You're never going to be part of that club. You're not rich enough. I'm sorry. You're going to get rich if you write options. You do it right, but you're not going to be a multi-billionaire in the next week or two or three. We don't see that happening here. But I do see lives changing here, where goodbye to the annoyances of your life that really bug the hell out of you, like your boss at work. Maybe not your manager. Your manager at work is a great person. Guy, gal, you've known them for years. You've grown with them. You both joined the firm within 6 months of each other. You hit it off, and you've both been moved up the ladder. Both, but you've reached a point of this is it. We the two of us have gone as far as we can go, and we are now subject to what's happening just above us, and we could be at any time erased from existence in this organization. And you want to stop that. You want to end that uncertainty. You also have put yourself out there with a bunch of credit card balances, car loans, student loans, house loans, IOUs to friends. You've committed assistance to family members. You've got kids. You got a lot of stuff riding on your life, and it's all dependent on one thing, and that's the paycheck from the organization that you're not so sure about anymore. And you've seen companies like yours be eviscerated, just disappear, got taken over by a foreign corporation, being taken over by another competitor, and all the employees of certain branch offices let go. And you're sitting there going, we're in that position. We could at any time be taken over by somebody much larger than us, and we are gone. We are gone. We're out of a job. This is the unknown that you have. And this means all your health care is on the line. Your family's health care is on the line. Everything is on the line all the time. And I'm saying it doesn't have to be that way for you guys. It doesn't have to be that way. But you're going to have to find a side gig that can make you bucks. Now, if you can take your garage and take one component and another component and put them together to make something, and then you can market that something and sell that something and ship that something and make money from that something enough times, there's the American dream. Maybe you can make money doing that. There's a lot of somethings that have to fall into place for this something to work out into something else, including a lot of capital that you might have to invest in machinery, in materials, in staff, shipping costs, advertising costs, a lot of risks that you have to take every step of the way to get an end game where you realize, well, we're going to have to sell so many of these to break even. Anything over that number of these we sell, we start to make money unless we start getting returns and there's an issue with them or anything like that. Or maybe an idea is from this channel, maybe you can learn how to write options. And writing options on stock you already got. You don't have to buy any new inventory. You have the inventory. You happen to have a couple of shares of this stock. You've worked for a company for 15 years, and you have a couple of thousand shares of the company you work for that is inside your 401k or inside your IRA. I don't know. It's inside a retirement plan, and you have access. You can control that asset, or you can transfer it into your own pension thingy that you are self-managing, like in Canada, an RRSP, self-administered RRSP. In the Americas, some kind of an IRA thing. In Europe, whatever. And you can now write options on the stock that's in that account to enhance revenue into your retirement account, which means you're sitting there going, yeah, well, I've been throwing in $500 a month, $250 every 2 weeks into my retirement plan. And that's $6,000 a year, $500 a month, $6,000 a year, and my employer matches it. So I'm growing my retirement by $12,000 a year, $1,000 a month. That's going to my retirement plan, and I retire in 10 years from now. So, Bruce, hey, buddy, that's 120 months. That's $120,000, and I'll try to up that. And hopefully my employer will keep doing it if your employer doesn't let you go in the meantime. Whole bunch of long shots here. Or you could take over control of that fund. You could, quote, quit your job and take another job with another organization and get your hands on your pension out of that firm into your own pension and now manage it by writing options And if you can haul in $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month in option income on an existing plan, you could only put, you're only growing it by $1,000 a month. Now you're growing it by $3,000 a month for the next 10 years, and you're going to compound that. The difference between your pension plan and your friend that you left behind at that firm 10 years from now, if that firm still exists, there's no comparison. The amount of compounding money you're making now compared to where they're at, two different retirements, completely different retirements. That's just what you're sitting on. There are those of you out there who can borrow money against your own 401k, and you can self-manage that money outside of your 401k. You can now write options in your own account outside of a retirement account. In other words, whatever you make with this money, you can live on it. You can add it to your income stream that you have access to get rid of these debts, these IOUs, these credit cards, whatever. Talk about having the chance to change everything. And I'm talking to people here who are making $50,000 to $200,000 a year. I'm not talking to millionaires. I'm talking to you folks. So many of you who are in this trap, this middle class trap that you can't get away from. You can't get out. You're locked in. This is a way to maybe pick a lock and get some freedom and control of your life. Boy, when you reach a certain age, you realize, oh my God, he's right. Jesus, I'm so vulnerable. The older you get, the more experienced you get. That's great. But the older you get, the more susceptible to being dumped happens with certain firms. And the company you were with for the last 15, 20 years and the company going forward the next 15, 20 years is going to change, because the management you have now or had will not be around in 15, 20 years. They're aging out too. They're already be planning their exit strategy, which doesn't include you. It includes them and only them at the top for a massive buyout with all kinds of bonuses, and all of the rest of you are furloughed. That's the master plan. No one's going to talk to you about this. You better be thinking about this. You better be aware of this kind of stuff. You have got to get the blinders off and open up your eyes and figure out what the heck could be coming at me. Because when I hit 52, 54, 55, I am unhireable anywhere else. The only job I'm going to get is a greeter at Walmart. I'm going to get a job stacking shelves at a grocery store, if they even hire me for that. Think about the potential downside that is awaiting you after all the years you've put in, all the time, all the experience, all the upgrading courses you've done. And there are some HR person at an office 1,000 miles away from you looks at you as a computer printout, as a thing on the screen, as the most likely class of employee to dump, because you're the most expensive to keep around, from healthcare coverage to salary and perks and benefits, all those weeks of holidays you get now. You are way more expensive than a 35-year-old. They'll dump you for a 35-year-old faster than you can crap. You better be ready for this. I repeat this message all the time because people come and go on this channel, and about the fifth time you hear it, you go, oh crap, he's talking about me. I never thought I was old. I'm 48. I didn't know I was near the end of my life with this company. You've just opened my eyes to the fact that in the last 3 years, I have seen this happen. I've seen this happen to 55 and 60-year-olds at my firm, but I was 43 at the time, and so it didn't mean anything to me. Now I'm 48, 49, I'm going on 50 shortly, and I'm the next wave. And these guys are getting rid of people younger and younger every year. This is a wave that is continuing. This is not going to end. AI has infiltrated management's thinking of the future of management and the future of corporate America, which means more and more of you guys are vulnerable to extinction, because management is being sold the idea that AI can get rid of half of our employees. What half are we going to dump? Anyone 45 and older. We're going to get rid of those old folks. Get any white hair. You got any white hair at all? You're gone. You're out of here. We don't need you anymore. AI will replace you. get ready. By the way, nothing to ready for. Get ready for. We're open. You get ready to trade. We're up and running. We're here. We're alive. We're up and running, baby. Get ready to make dinero. Welcome all to the party, pal. It's nice to have you here. Why don't you just make money in this market and say goodbye to your employer? If you make enough money in this market, you do it right. You will make more money in this market than you could possibly make at work. And it'll get to the point where you cannot afford to work anymore because mistakes will be made in your portfolio if you have to give your full attention to your employer versus your full attention to your account, your assets. This is what the very wealthy do. The very wealthy manage their assets. They don't have jobs. Their jobs is managing their assets, and they hire people to help them. They've got advisors, tax advisors, investment advisors, banker advisors. Yes, of course. You're managing billions, you've got people working for you to manage billions. You've got millions, you've got that. You've got thousands, you're going to manage your thousands, and you're going to grow your thousands into thousands more. And to make 10 or 20 or 30,000 in a month is a joke in this business. In this options business, 30,000 a month in your pocket is a joke to the pros of Dover. Those pros from Dover in New York, they've got 30,000 a month. We make 30,000 an hour around here. We have to make that kind of money, or we lose our office. I'm trying to get you to make the kind of money that changes your life from the comfort of your bedroom, rec room, living room, RV, wherever you are, sailboat. Where are you? Are you traveling in Thailand right now? Are you at an Airbnb in Seville, France, or Seville, Spain? Where are you? Doesn't matter where you are. You're trading options and you're making money, and you can make way more money than you can possibly spend in the lifestyle you're comfortable with. Yeah, you can spend more money than you're supposed to. Of course you can. But you know what? When you start making more money than you've ever made in your life, you become very smart with your money. You begin to understand that at the end of the month, I want to have more money in my account than at the beginning of the month, and I had a hell of a time this month. That's the future waiting for you if you want to grab it. Thank you all for being here. Take the classes from my website. Get on with it, and let's get going. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm really glad you're here. Thank you again for your support of this channel. Deep value of the options. I've been here for 34 months. I learn something new from Uncle Bruce every single day, and the classes are diamonds. Thank you, Uncle B. Thank you, Deep Value, for saying that. So many of you have benefited so much from these classes and from each other. If you're a Gold Bagel member of this channel, send me a private email and let me know you would like to become part of the Discord group. I will then send you a link to help you get over there. Let me know what your name is on the channel. What do you call yourself as a Gold Bagel member? That helps verify that you are a Gold Bagel member. Thank you again. For those of you who want to reach out to me and have a one-on-one session and talk about your specific situation or trading ideas or options questions that you're thinking of doing, I'd be more than happy to get together with you for an hour or so. Send me a private email and just let me know you're interested in a one-on-one, and we'll get together. Absolutely. We'll try to make that very worth your while. Absolutely, very, very, very worth your while. We have 153 thumbs ups. I thank you for that. We have 432 people answering the poll question. The poll question today is, I think GameStop has hit the low end of its new trading range, which I think is $20 to $25 a share. 69% saying, yeah, I think this is. We're at $24.39, $24.41. We're up 21 cents. I think 20 to 25 a share is the new normal, the new low range for this stock. Only 31% are saying this isn't the new range. But right now, 20 to 25 seems to be, we're not even down to 20. We've been like, 22, 23 a share. We're kind of hanging right in there. We're up 22 cents right now on 840,000 shares. This is such a nothing burger right now with regard to how little stock is changing hands on GameStop. We've really backed off in volume. But I will say this, I don't see an attack coming on the stock anymore. Have you noticed that? You don't see the daily attacks dropping this thing $3, $4, $5, 10, 15% drops every single day. these attacks have stopped. What does that mean? Is it possible that the shorters out there are going, you don't want to short this at 24. You want to short this at 44. You don't want to short it here. This is not where you pile into the, because this isn't going back to $10 a share. These guys have cash worth $10 a share on hand. We're not going to drop this. We can't drop this to $10 a share. Not a chance. We don't dare do that. The upside is much higher than the downside now that we're in the 2025 neighborhood. Maybe that is the realization that is actually going on. And maybe, just maybe, there is an accumulation of options happening by a number of players out there other than Roaring Kitty. I mean, Roaring Kitty could be making moves. Yeah, sure, could be. But there could be others out there also making moves. And the next bounce is from this area rather than from the 10 to 15 area. The new next bounce is from the 2025 area to a much higher level. I'm around. You'll be around. We'll see what's going on. As option writers, you'll adapt and you'll go, okay, whatever the market wants to do, I'll be there. Fair enough. Luca is going neat, 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 neat. There you go. The knee emojis are coming in. Same with Richard Carlin. Neat, 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 neat. Thank you all. Deep value. Neat, 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 neat. There you go. Don't forget the Knights of Neat. If you don't honor them, you're asking for nothing but trouble. Welcome to the party, pal. Glad to have you all here. Let's see what's going on. Folks are asking each other questions about margin accounts and trading rules and all of that. That's another advantage of this channel. If you're a Gold Bagel member, or a regular member of this channel, you can comment now over here between each other. And folks talk here, they talk on Discord, and they compare notes on how to get richer writing options. Learn how to start taking the classes and learn how this is done. There are 17 classes available for you on my website, but you and you alone have to pull the pin to start this. I can only recommend that the minute you take the first two classes, you get those first two classes under your belt, you now will understand the basics of what options are, how they're created, how they die, why they exist, how they trade. Take the second class and you'll figure out how to write a call or a put contract. You may now find yourself in a position where you're going to go, you know what, Bruce, I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to open up a practice account with my online brokerage firm, and I'm going to start doing practice trades on options. And I've got 30 grand in my account. I'm going to open up a practice account with $30,000 in it. Not 300,000, not 3 million, 30,000. That's what I got. I'm going to practice trade what I would be trading in the values that I'm comfortable with. And now we're going to see if this works for me or not. I'm going to try a quarter of the money into this, a quarter of the dough into that, a quarter of the dough into that, and a quarter of the dough into this strategy of trading. I'm going to do a little of this, a little of that, a little of everything else, and I'm going to experiment here for the next month or two while I take class 3, 4, 5, and 6, maybe one a week, maybe 2 a week. I'm going to build up my knowledge on options, hang out with this gang, practice trade, follow some of the trades some of these viewers are talking about, do those trades, and just see what this market is all about. Smart move. Why not? Earn while you learn. I know some of you out there, you are itching to trade. You can't wait to get going. You just cannot hold back. You're ready to trade immediately, and you're going to write options right off the bat. Maybe some credit spreads, maybe some cash secured put trades. Maybe you'll do some deep in the money call acquiring and some poor man cover call trading. You'll figure it out. You'll be into it, and you're going to earn while you learn. And some of you have figured it out already. You let me know in no uncertain terms. You say to me, I just wrote 5 contracts for $4 each. I just took in $2,000 in cash in premiums. I just got that handed to me today. I've only spent $300 on your classes so far. I've got $2 grand in my hand here. These contracts are already shrinking 15%. They're already down $300 in value. That's the first 2 classes bought and paid for. That's the position I'm in. And I just started this. I get this all the time. I really, truly do. Sometimes the first trade works out really well. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's just a break-even trade. Other times you make a little, you don't make a little. Sometimes you have to learn rollovers very quickly because you are too aggressive and you're too eager to get going. This is life. This is the world 101. Option writers make mistakes too. That is true. What I try and do is to limit your errors to one in a blue moon kind of scenarios rather than the norm. 19 out of 20 times, if you know what you're doing on option trading, 19 out of 20 times you can make money. You're going to make money 19 out of 20 times. That's not unusual in the option writing world if you're writing conservative options strategies. If you're a riverboat gambler, you're down to less than 50-50. Of course, you're a riverboat gambler. What do you expect? I don't need to turn you into a riverboat gambler to help you make money. I need to turn you into a casino, a calculating, vicious, well-educated, smart writer of contracts. And you're going to become a casino. And you're going to learn how casinos make money all the time. And the patrons at the casino have a great time. They party, and they drink, and they run around the floor, and they play slot machines, and they do this, and they're idiots. And they're having a great time. It's all right. That's why Vegas is there. It's to have a good time. But most people leave Vegas poorer than when they got there. And the folks who are the richer folks are the casinos. And, of course, casinos have expenses. They have employees. They have property taxes. They have state taxes, federal taxes. They have depreciation. They have to keep those fountains going. They've got to keep the pools clean. They've got hotel staff. They've got restaurant workers. Yeah, of course. Casinos have expenses. You have expenses. But your expenses are from home, where you already have internet. You've already got a smartphone. You already got a laptop. You've had them for years. You don't need to spend 20 grand to get into the option writing business. You need to spend money to take some classes. $150 a class is what you got to come up with to start taking classes. You can do 1 or 2 a week. That's what you got to come up with. Well, if you can write options to generate a couple of $1,000 a month in revenues, you're going to make more money than you're spending to learn how to do this. Earn while you learn. Now the question is, are you up for it? Are you really going to dedicate yourself to this? Or are you just a wannabe? I want to be an option writer, but I just want it to be easy. Well, then you're not going to do very well. Of course, it's the same thing if you want to become a curler, a golfer, a tennis player. You want to learn how to crochet. You want to learn how to play Scrabble very well. You want to be a good poker player. If you're not going to put the time in to be better at what you want to be doing, well, then you're going to have mediocre results. This is, even if you're a garage sale person, you sell stuff in a garage sale and you're a lousy garage sailor, you're not going to make a lot of money. Welcome to the party, pal. Join this group of regulars here. You see the same names every day, don't you? Did you notice the same names every day here? You know who the regulars are. Watch a show from last week. Watch a show from 3 months ago. Watch a show from a year ago, and you'll notice how many of the names you see here now were there then. They're still here. Why do you think people say, I've been a member for 33 months? I've been sending this guy $25 a month for 3 years in a row through the YouTube membership program he has. I'm never leaving. I'm never leaving this channel because I make so much more for that $25 a month. That is a joke how much I pay to be a part of this channel. I know there are channels out there asking you for $100 a month, $150 a month. I've seen $200 a month requests for channel membership, and they offer you some kind of you can talk to me, You can talk to me? What? People are talking to me here all the time. Yeah, my channel's cheap compared to some other channels out there. I guess that's what I'm saying. Thank you again, Deep Value. 34 months, man. This is so great. Love you guys. Welcome all who are here and have been hanging out. I love it. I love it. I love it. Debbie D is saying, Double D is saying, I've been selling bi-weekly calls on GameStop. I've been doing well. I'm sitting tight on my 27s for next Friday. Sold a little low, but a buck each is still a buck each. And we got a holiday next week, holiday day. So way to go, Double D. Giddy up, everybody. Mandu, Bruce, I'm number 162 on your thumbs up. Good morning to you. Thank you, everybody. Who else is going on here? Uncle Bruce, Charlie C. Is 550, 560 call spread on Adobe for July 5 too close to the fire? Adobe. ADBE. It's trading at $5.35 a share, up $7 this morning. You want to look at a July 5 expiry. That's next Friday expiry. And you're thinking of a call spread between 550 and 560. I'm a little afraid of that. 15 away, 14 away on that 550 call. That is too close. You may want to be a little further out than that, just to be safer. You might not have to go $10 in the spread. You might be able to go $5 in the spread if you go further out in price. On the other hand, you might go 570 to 590 and play that game. Good spread. Again, I don't know. I don't know the pricing, so you got some work to do, but this is close. I don't want to be too close to that fire. I'm afraid of that, but that's why that's why the spreads are so good. The premiums are so good. Touchgrass, thumbs up for you, buddy. Thank you. Apparently, Spire now has Feb 2025 contracts out there. Brian, number 166, good morning, Bruce. Calgary got some much-needed rain. Our poor lawns and gardens, we really did get rain last night, big time here, depending on where in the city you live, and our water main problems seem to be solved. We've had all kinds of issues. Look at that GameStop, Bruce, 24.68, wow, 24.76 on the old GameStop. We're now up 50 cents a share. Thank you very much. Deep Value is smiling. B. Tizzle, Richard Carlin, nice. I've been waiting for those. What else is going on here? Let's go. People are talking about a lot of stuff here. Brian is saying my average right now on my GameStop shares in margin is 27. If I get assigned the 1,100 shares, my average will go to 29. I'm okay with that. I'm having fun here. There you go. Giddy up, kids. What can I say? 24.75, 77. High of the day, 24.79. We're right at the highs right now. We're up 50, 60 cents practically a share on 1.7 million. It only took 1.7 million shares of activity to pop this market almost 60 cents a share. Selling has stopped. It's stopped dead in its tracks. And now options that expire tomorrow, more and more of them are getting into the money. We're just 20 cents away, 25 cents away from the 25s being in the money. That is a whack of contracts, a huge whack of options contracts that are about to enter the in the money neighborhood. 24.80 now on the stock. I just saw that go through 82 even. 24.82. And yet there are articles out today again about how bad things are with GameStop shares. Have you noticed these articles? All week we've been seeing them one after the other, slamming this company and its shareholders, calling them idiots, fools, suckers. The stock is going up to 25 now. The $25 contracts that expire tomorrow, 19,176 is the open interest. At 24.50, which we broke through this morning, 6,000 of those. At $24, there are 12,300 of those. You want to add 12.3 to 6,000, that's 18.3, and then another 20,000. 38,000 contracts could be in the money just today alone, breaking 25 a share if that happens. So yeah, this is serious stuff. This is 3.7 million shares required. All those contracts are in the money. They could all be exercised. That's interesting. Between 25.50 and 26 is another 13,700. That's another 1.3 million. 26.5 to $27. We got another 11,000 contracts. 27.50 to 28. We have another 11,000 contracts. This is all tomorrow. These all die tomorrow. 28.50 to 29. If we pop that high, another 5,800 contracts in the money. 29.50 to $30. Oh my God. 28 1,500 more contracts. You add all that up. You add up the 30s all the way down to the 24s, and we're talking 10, 12 million shares of buying required of this stock. It's traded 1.9 million today. You bring in that kind of demand for the stock, uh, you're beyond 30. Yeah. So I don't know if it's going to go to 30 today and tomorrow. I don't know, but the higher the stock goes right now, the bigger the pressure on the option writers. Again, these are the market makers that wrote thousands of contracts. I'm not talking about you guys who've written 5 or 10 or 15 contracts. You're not the ones in trouble here. You're the ones who do rollovers, 10, 15 contracts, roll over that piece of cake. We're talking thousands. We're talking 100,000 contracts, 150,000 contracts that could be in the money with a $5-6 move from here. This is 15 million shares requirement on settlement. That's okay. We're watching that. That's interesting. I'm just saying. We've got to keep an eye on this stuff. Oh, this is fun, isn't it? We have new August 9 weekly for GameStop, apparently. Brian, every time I read just the headlines of these articles, makes me want to buy more of this stock. Brian, Max Payne is still 23. Call volume's highest on the 25s. Put volume highest on the 23s. Dude, yeah, you can even write spreads with cash accounts if your account is big enough. Us little guys have to be careful. We're all learning and getting better. Mickey, so I'm up 52% on my cover call that expires July 5. Does it make sense to buy it back now? Only if it can you move into July 12s for even more money? Then maybe. But look, 2467 is where we're at. Dude, I have 4 accounts at 3 brokerages, so I spread risk, and if I need, I can feed one with the other. Christina, I've been a member of this channel for 26 months off and on. Is this thing on? Welcome to the party, pal, where we get daily rants and bagel eating, and we pay for it. Laugh out loud. Go, GameStop, go. There you go. Thank you, Christina. As always, and all of you who are part of this family, you're all welcome here. I want you to all to get richer. It's just that simple. 24.58 now. We've been as high as 24.84 already today. I can see that going higher. The low is 24.06. We really have only moved, what is this, 78 cents in movement. This is typical now. Lately, we've only had slight movement on GameStop, but it seems to be ticking a bit better. Just I sense an up move, not a down move. That's what I sense. I no guarantees, but boy, 2.29 million, we're not seeing sell waves anywhere. Apple is up 76 cents, Tesla down 60 cents, Google up $1.40. So it's a mixed bag. The spiders, SPYs, representing S&P 500s, we're up 30 cents, a little better there, you know. Luca, my iron condors are surprisingly doing very well. Richard Garland, be tizzle, be greedy on your stink offers. Spire contracts don't trade much. Luca, we said, well said, Christine, I think. Yes, well said. Lord of Flaws, I'm a new member. Something tells me Lord of Flaws has come back in here and has renewed his membership or has re-leveled it. Gold Bagel member as well. Thank you, my friend, for your participation as a Gold Bagel. You're joining the majority of the members that are basically Gold Bagel members outnumber all others. Thank you so very much. We have responses coming in and thumbs ups coming in here. Thank you again, everybody. There are about 400 people here watching right now, 176 thumbs up so far. And on the poll question, we have more answers to the poll question than people watching. We've got 486 responses now. I think GameStop has hit the low end of the new trading range, looks to be 20-25 a share. 71% are saying, yeah, I think you're right, Bruce. 71% of the 480 are saying this 2025 seems to be the low level in this trading range. 29% are disagreeing with that number, but that is a definite minority. Vast majority of you figure 2025 seems to be the new low range. So kind of cheap, easy to buy here. If you're writing $25 cash secured puts and you're getting $2, $3, $4, $5 a contract, depending on how far out you go, you're willing to pay $20, $19 for this stuff. Can you get Can you write $22 cash secured puts and get 3, 4, 5 for those? You're now willing to pay $16, $17, $18 for the 24.50 GameStop. I don't think that's a risky trade at all. That's pretty conservative. Luca, those days we had Yoko planes seem so long ago. Dude, it's a shrinking week for me. Not much writing this week, just watching premium shrink. I love it. Christina, I remember in 2021 when I found your channel, it was the hype with GameStop and the other streaming. The other streaming were boys who had sexist comments and only shared technical charts. Plain English and welcoming women is what I love about this place. And I thank you for that comment. That comment is so important on many levels. Absolutely. I got to tell you, I do more one-on-one chats with women than men. That's a fact. I have more one-on-ones with women than men. Why? If a woman gets into writing options and you start to buy these classes, this is serious business. This isn't fun anymore. This isn't like a flippant little thing. This is serious business now. And a one-on-one to help you and guide you through what we're talking about here and what was relevant to you, this is important. And I have viewers of mine, male and female, but a lot of my female viewers are the head of the family. They're single mothers. They've got children from anywhere from 3, 4 to 15 to 18 to 20, whatever years of age. I have single women who have been working, who've raised a family with their husbands. They're now widowed or they're divorced or whatever, and they're now looking after the estate going forward. They've got grandkids to start thinking about. There are pressures on women, just like men, who are trying to figure out how to get out from underneath the pressure cooker of uncontrollable risk, the kind of risk that I keep talking about. Those of you you're working for a company and you don't know if you're going to be around much longer because you don't know if they're going to be around much longer. You are noticing little signs, little things you've noticed in the last couple of years. Certain senior people of the corporation have been leaving, and leaving on very generous terms. And you're beginning to notice that the very high end of the management group don't seem to be talking about the next 10 years because they don't have 10 more years. They're exiting, and some of them have figured out, and maybe they've all figured out, the exit for them is a takeout, a takeover, a merger. They're not passing the business on to the next level of management. It might be a private company, it might be a public company, I don't know. But many of you who've been around a while are smelling it. You can smell something going on. You know something's happening. And it doesn't include you. They say it does. They say, oh, yeah, if ever we got taken over, all of you would be paid 6 months severance or 3 months or a month of severance for every year you've been with us. It might even be in your work contract. And you look at it and go, well, I've been here 12 years. I'm going to get 1 year severance to lose my job at age 48, 52, 56. And I can't get another job. Not like this one. No one hires 56-year-olds. And I have women who look to me and say, you've nailed this, man. You've really opened my eyes. I had no idea that I should be worried about this, but you're right. I've just gone back in my memory here, and I've talked to some of my coworkers, and we started going over the list of people that we knew that we worked with 5 years ago, 10 years ago, who aren't here anymore. Why aren't they here anymore? And it runs the gamut, but there's a consistency here that someone who turns 55 around here, 53, as soon as you hit that funky age, they don't last very long after that. They are somehow eliminated from existence, and they're not here anymore. And now I am getting there, along with we're beginning to smell the end of our ride on this roller coaster. We're coming to the end, and we don't want to get off the roller coaster. We want to stay riding because we know so much about the turns and the thrills and the loops. Nope, we're going to be told to get off this roller coaster. There's no other ride we can get on like this one. That's what I'm saying. Oh, and we make money too, Bruce. That's another reason we're here. Aspire broke 11. B Tizzle, Uncle Bruce on poor. What is this? PCS. How often, if at all, should it happen that the share prices within your spread put credit spreads? I'm not being conservative enough if it's happening on half of my spread. That's right. You're being too aggressive. You're being too close to the campfire. You're trying to push returns to you by taking increased risks. You're on the floor of the casino. You're not in the management office where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be managing your money, not risking your money. You've got to do rollovers. You've got to roll higher or lower, get out of that market, and stay the hell away from it. That's the point. That's how you survive and thrive. We have a new member, 70X7 has joined us. Welcome to the party, pals. Gold Bagel level members, thank you for joining in with us today. Great to have you. Love that avatar. Great to have you. Welcome to the party, pals. I hope you make nothing but tons of money. I love this. 504 people are responding to the poll question now. 504. 72% of you are saying, I think GameStop has hit the low end of this new trading range, 20 to 25. I think this is it. This is as low as this thing's going to get. 72%. Only 28% are thinking, maybe it'll get worse. Yeah, but that's a minority. 70X7, I'm a new Gold Bagel member. I'm new to the world of options. I can't afford a class yet, but I can afford Gold Bagel membership. I will get a class next week when I get a paycheck. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Hey, listen, this is great. Now, as a Gold Bagel member, I believe, I could be wrong, but I think you now have access to all Gold Bagel member content. So you can see last night's Gold Bagel member hangout show that we did last evening. You should be able to get to that. Same with the every morning. You'll be joining me now, if you wish, before this show even starts as a Gold Bagel lover. Send me an email with this handle of yours, and I'll send you a link for Discord inclusion. Now you can be part of the Discord channel. You're going to hang out. You can just watch and read what all the other Gold Bagel members talk about on the Discord chat group, because I'm not on that group. I don't run that group. I don't even know how I would get there. I mean, I know what the link thing is, and I guess they'd let me in, but I don't go there. I'm here only here, and I do one-on-ones here, and of course we produce the classes. So welcome to the party, and yes, let me know if you'd like to become part of Discord as well. Dude, Christina, everyone knows you because you're in the lesson so much with all the best questions. Thank you for the inspiration. Amandu number 5, welcome 70X7. Jesse, welcome 70. Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the gang of regulars. Thank you all for joining this channel. If you're stepping up to the Gold Bagel level, you are definitely making your first move. It's a $300 a year commitment at only $25 a month. You can quit anytime you want, but Gold Bagel members have a habit of sticking around once they join up. They kind of figure it out. They go, oh, what I'm getting for this is so valuable. I write one option contract based on trading tips and everything else. I bring in $350 a contract, $350 on a contract. That's $50 more than an entire year of being here, and this contract is only good for like 6 weeks. Yeah, does this pay for itself? And many times over. Absolutely. Welcome all. Luca, up to 50% on my. I'm up 50% on my SMCI Iron Condor expiring next Friday. Should I wait for the rest of next week? What do you think I should do? Shrinkage time. Well, again, it's a matter of what's left to get. That's really the deal. If you've been involved in the Condor for a few days and you've already generated 50% return, the other half could take until next Friday, theoretically. On the other hand, by Monday or Tuesday, maybe you're up 80%. I don't know. It all depends. Maybe tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, you shut this thing down. Maybe you close this one out if you could create another iron condor for the next Friday with the right kind of spread protection at a higher credit again, maybe equal to what you got the first time or more, and maybe that is the next move. This is totally your call, but it is it's a wonderful thing to know that you've already generated a 50% return that's on the table right now in a short period of time, because it gets you thinking about, I only did this with a couple of bucks. I didn't use $1 zillion to do this trade. And going forward, if I am going to do this as a normal part of my trading regimen, if I do 4 times as many, 3 times as much, 5 times as many of these, the dollars that 50% represents is equal to a paycheck of mine. This is a game changer. This is where your attitude completely shifts over and you're going, my God, you really do understand the fact that you can make more money doing these kinds of trades than you can working for a living for somebody else. Now you realize, yeah, I'm self-managing my own assets. This is what very wealthy people do. They manage their assets to the maximum return possible to generate money they can't make in a day job. That's it. That's the game here. I don't know what the level is for any of you. You all have your numbers in mind. You know what you need. You know how you need to do it. Welcome to this party, everybody. As Susan shops, Christina, we found Bruce around the same time back in 2021, Gamestop Mania. Bruce gives the nudge to jump off the cliff all together, knowing he and the family are there to catch us when we get into trouble. We're here. Luke left to get 200 euros. It's all I have left to get now is 200. Well, like I say, if you can move to, if that's possible, it might not be possible until tomorrow. It might not be possible for you or reasonable or worth your while to make a move to the next week until Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning. You will monitor this. That's what you do now. Christina, dude, I have had so many questions. I didn't want to miss the chance to ask them. Luca, I'll see to get 75%, leave the change. Jason, welcome 70x7, right on, man. Parker Ivy, welcome. Christina, things that make this channel so different is Uncle Bruce has taught us to let the stock tell us where it wants to go. We aren't trying to guess. We're the boring people who stick with the mechanics. There it is. You have to keep reminding yourself. I try to remind you all the time. Let the stock tell you what it wants to do and then go with it. Let the market tell you what to do. You know what option strategy to write. Once you've taken my classes, you've stepped up and done all 17. You've really made this your next move. This is your future option writing. You've gotten to this level and you're hanging out with this group here and on the Discord channel. You have figured this out. You've forgotten the fact that, oh yeah, that's true. I let the stock tell me what to do. Because people will ask you, well, how do you know what your next trade should be? How do you do that? And you go, oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I let the stock tell me. And that's when your friends go, you're nuts. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. And you go, well, actually, I do know what I'm doing. I let the stock tell me what it wants to do, and then I will write an option strategy for that movement. That's all. The stock changes its mind and does something else. I have an idea for that. I know what to do with that. I know how to do rollovers. What's a rollover? You don't have time to explain it. Welcome to this party. Welcome to this channel, this world, this group of regulars. 352 of you are here. 35,200 are not here. 1% of the traders out there that, and this is not even ridiculous. I don't have 1% of the market traders here. I got 0.00001%. There are 35 million people out there who could use this knowledge. They just don't know I exist. They don't care I exist. They don't want to know the knowledge that we know because I don't have the time. I'm so tired, Bruce. I've got so many things to do. I understand. I know. I've been around for 40 years. I know. This is the normal. And I have bought into this program when I created this channel and shifted into option writing mode. I know. I'm talking to a minority of the option of the market players, of the whole stock market. Every once in a while we get a wave of new viewers because GameStop does something or SoFi does something or something hot is going on and people kind of, oh, I want to know what's going on. Something big's going on. And then it calms down and we get back to normal. And here we are, 350 odd people are here instead of 2,500, instead of 25,000. I used to talk during GameStop's insanity, dumb money. Remember dumb money? 2021, I had 100 to 200,000 people here every day following this YouTuber's comments on GameStop. And what did almost all of those people want? What did they want to know? Should I buy today? Should I sell today? How high can it go? How low can it go? What is a market order? If it goes down 10% today, is that bad? What's an option? What's a market order? What's a limit order? What does stop loss mean? The basics. But it would come back like, what do you think about AMC? What do you think about a stock we've never heard of before, a penny stock? What about all these other stocks I'm being told to buy by all these other YouTubers? These get-rich-quick scheme stock plays, mother of all moon moves, stock going to the moon, diamond hands, never selling. That's what I was being bombarded with back in 2021, early 2021. Now we are talking about how to make money from this market every single day, week, and month from option writing. We just take dollars out of this market relentlessly. It's like a sucking sound that is happening. We're just grabbing this money and taking it.
That was easy.
Paying bills.
Oh, yeah.
Having fun.
I want to rock.
Yeah, baby. That's what we want. That's what's happening around here. But you know what? It only appeals to a select mentality group of people that are willing to, I'm going to study this. I'm going to figure this out. This guy makes some sense. I don't see any other channels like this on YouTube. Even after all the years, this guy still keeps doing what he's doing. He's the same. He's always the same. Now, 100% of my bad trades are trades I would not tell Uncle Bruce because I was in the casino. That's the life. It's addicting. It's sexy. What can I say? Susan Shops, I hope new members speak up and ask their basic questions on trades. Us older members never tire listening to Bruce review the basics. Writing options is a skill that takes a few years to fully master. For some of you, you get it quickly. Some of you, you grind it out. A deep value, very well said, Susan. Richard Carlin, Susan Shops, who are you calling older? Richard Carlin, smiling. Splayer, hopefully SoFi will do something in the upcoming month at least. I can't remember when it was the last time it was above 750. Susan, in a few years when option market becomes global and open 24 hours a day, trust me, you will be so happy you learned options with Uncle Bruce. To learn this stuff later, it's going to be that much harder. Dude, there are no dumb questions. We all learn from retraining and reframing and again and again and again. Redoing. That's true. 24.61 is the stock price on GameStop. We're up 42 cents today. 3.29 million traded. The Dow's up 29. We've turned into a positive for the Dow. AI is up 18 cents, 27.82. Looks like 26.28 seems to be our normal right now. ME 41.3 up a penny or so. SoFi 648 up a penny. Very quiet. SoFi is now what is it? 4 days away from the end of the month. 3 days away actually. There you go. Yes, 3.7 million traded on SoFi today. 3.7 million traded. Very quiet. up a penny, up 2 pennies now, 6.48. That's what we got right now. Okay, Nvidia down $1.15 at 125.25. Be very careful with put credit spreads there. Rocket Lab 483.5 up 7.5, a little better today. Matterport up 3.5 to 403.5. Smart Rent 239 up 3. Super Micro Computer up $17 at 8.48. Speculative like crazy. Spire up 46 cents to 11.07. Spire definitely up over 11, like someone was saying earlier. We were in the 10.44 range for the low today. Now we're at 11. 7. The high today 11.22. Just 92,000 shares. So few out there, but it's definitely getting better. Definitely. What else? The spiders are up $1. Adobe up $13.92. This is why I'm afraid of this stock. 5.42. You got to be careful with call credit spreads. Put credit spreads is where I would be on Adobe. I would be at 480, 490, 500 to 480, somewhere in there. But I would not be call credits. I'd be careful of the upside on Adobe. It can run. Uber down 20 cents. The Qs are up $2. Apple up 76. Tesla's up 42 now. Enphase just down 35 cents. Netflix is up $8. AMD Advanced Micro 159.30, up 176. Always watching the options on Advanced Micro, keeping an eye on calls and puts, watching shrinkage, watching movement. Love it. Looking good. What do we got here? Unity up 9 cents. Google up $2. Moderna down 3.20. Cisco up a dime. Pfizer down 34 cents. Microsoft up 3.69. IBM down 61 cents. HBQ down 10 cents. Amazon up 2.70. Home Depot up 1.90. Vanik is up 59 cents. Goldman down $9 today. Boeing is up 183. Facebook up 9.49 to $522. Credit spreads. Put credit spreads 10% behind this market. That's where you want to be. So now 470, 450, somewhere in there. Check out the contracts. Check out spreads. Be careful. Always be careful. Target down 98 cents. JP Morgan up 158. Costco down 220. Walmart up 4 cents. Disney down 24 cents. American Airlines down 5 cents. AMC at 469.9, up a couple of pennies. DraftKings down 6 cents. Royal Caribbean down 53 cents at 160.87. That's where we're at right now, everybody. Welcome to the party, to the show. At the moment, that's what we are following here. 24.89 on your GameStop. We just hit a new high of 24.92 on 3.56 million. 24.90 right now. And there's nothing for sale. There's 1,700 at $24.99, 1,500 at $25. That's it. And then it's 50s and hundreds above that. So this could easily break through 25 here any moment. No doubt in my mind. We'll see what happens there. Thank you all. Thank you. Susan Shop says, Richard, thank you so much. Big T, please, not 24/7. I need to break here. Zeta State, good morning, everybody. I'm number 191 on the thumbs up meter. I have Uber, June 28th, 24, $70 calls, sold for 136. Should I roll these or wait for it to expire? You're in the hood of Uber. Let's see, where are we at now? 70, 74, and you've written 70s. You only brought in $1.36. You're not getting rich on this trade. Maybe you may want to roll into 72s and go out a couple of months and get some money, get some dollars. You're playing with pennies right now. Mick E, yes, as a woman and 62 years young, I love this channel. We moved across the country for my husband's job, and then I retired. Do not want to go back to work. Thank you very much. Christina, GameStop is looking like it might go to 25. Just what we were saying here, a 24.84, high of 24.92. We're close. New highs, that's right, Jason. New highs on just 3.7 million volume. Very quiet compared to lately, but we're going up. That's a sign, kids. I think we're done with the selling. Parker, buyback on GameStop. $26 cash secured put expiring tomorrow has hit. bought back for $1.61. I got $3.65. Just cleared $2.04. It's a nice little trade. Well done. Now you can get ready to write another cash secured put. You decide what the price is going to be. Is it going to be a 26, a 25, a 28, a 22? How far out? Bring in some more dollars, Parker. Bring in some more money. B. Tizzle, Uncle Bruce, do you like Jan 25 $10 calls on GameStop to buy at a 15.45 premium for the long leg of the poor man covered call trade? Well, at about $25 a share, just short of, this $10 contract has a $15 value. So I like the $15.45 price. Yeah, I would like that right up to $16.50. I would like it right up to $16.50. If you can go, but I would say this, though. Here's what I don't like about this trade. You're talking Jan 25s. I'd rather you go Jan 26 and get the extra year for this kind of price. Can you get it for $16? $16.25, $16.50, go to 26. I would do that. Parker Ivy, smiling, baby. Oh, yeah, we're going out there for more money. 24.78, 24.79. We got the 24.92. The stock goes up. It comes back a little bit. It goes up. It comes back. We've only been down to 24.06. We've been as high as 24.92. We've had an 86-cent trade range on the GameStop today, but it's been mostly on the upside. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party, pals. Any kind of a, little buying streak, this thing goes. This thing could go. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. Jason, Uncle Bruce, have you had a chance to check out GameStop's new digital store? They're no longer dealing with physical games. I have not. I have had no look at that whatsoever. I'm curious, what do you think about it? Do you think it's all right? Making money off the digital side, too. I say more power to them. More power to these guys. Is that the future for them, too? It's not like they're doing press releases and getting in front of the camera on CNBC. They're not making it easy for us to figure it out, are they? No, they're not. Anyway, there's the story. I'm wondering what Rory Kitty thinks about that. Maybe that could be a good thing. Yeah, not just physical games, I should say. Also now digital games. Zed, GameStop, 07, 05, 24, $22 puts, sold 6 contracts at $1 each, writing cash secured puts, expiring on the 24th of, what's that? On the 5th. That's next Friday. Nice. Splair, that sounds interesting, says Splair. Digital games? Yeah. We're up 46 now on the Dow. We're up 15 on AI, and we're at 24.72 on GameStop right now. SoFi 646 up a penny. Very quiet volume, but stopped falling. It's sort of stopped falling. Very good. Nvidia's down $2. That's a $20 move compared to the old days, 10 for 1 split. So watch the volatility on Nvidia. 105, 110 low, easily attainable. Just got to be careful about that. So keep your eye open on those. If you're doing any put credit spreads, be careful. All right, let's see. Splair, 30% of my games are only bought at GameStop because I like the stock. The other most part of it, I buy PSN money at GameStop to buy games on PlayStation directly from their store. Jason, yeah, you can buy digital games for your consoles and PCs from GameStop. Interesting stuff. Up 55 points on the Dow now. Yeah, well, there's a lot of things behind the scenes that I would love GameStop to promote. I really would like it promoted. Anyway, they don't do it. Parker, and I have a $26 covered call I wrote on Monday that expires tomorrow. I got 89 cents for it. Yeah, all right, buddy. Rock and roll, man. Keep her going. See what happens. We're up 47 cents on Apple. We're up 6 cents on Tesla. We're up $1.90 on Google. We're up 52 on the market. We're up 17 on AI. We're at 24.69, 67, 69, 70 on GameStop, still with a gain at this moment of 49 odd cents. ME is up a third of a penny. SoFi is up a penny. Nvidia down 196. Rocket Lab up 4.5. Mostly green, mostly. Very few reds out there at this point. I play this thing both ways. Let's go, says Parker. Giddy up, buddy. Rock and roll, man. Go. $26 covered call that I wrote on Monday expires tomorrow. It at the moment is worthless. Nice going on that covered call. Splair, well, Nintendo is already mostly only selling an empty box with a digital code for downloading, so it's probably only a matter of time until there's only digital copies available. We'll find out, Splair. We'll find out what GameStop's future will be. I have no idea. Somewhere, you got to get the hardware somewhere. You got to get those, goggles or whatever they're going to become, the helmets. I don't know about lightsabers. I don't know about controllers. I'm guessing GameStop has a future. So does Best Buy. So does Walmart. So does Target. So does Costco. There's a future for brick and mortar. GameStop has its way. Anyway, there it is. Brian wants to know, where's Auntie Jenny? Is she sleeping in? She was already here. You missed her. She's already come and gone. She's headed to the clinic today. She's going to get her knee injected today. And she's going to be, I hope, coming home pain-free in that knee of hers. Bobby, I have a memory that it's cheap to buy digital at GameStop than buying in the console. There you go. Well, like I say, I think GameStop will be around a long time. But hey, they got $4.2 billion to diversify. Who knows where they're going? Stick around for that show. The stock, $24.76. There seem to be people sticking around, not going back to $10 a share, is it? It's just not going back to $10 a share. Huh. That's interesting. What could the upside be from here for GameStop? 35, 55? What could be the new spread or trading range? 20 to 25 to 45, 50? Could that be the new neighborhood now? I don't know. Could it be 80 to 100 with lows of 50? I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens. Well, stick around. Let's find out. I just want you guys to get rich. It's nothing personal. I just want you to get rich. 27-cent gain on AI, $27.91. Trying to get to 28. Thank you, AI. Keep it going. $24.78 now, up 58 on GameStop. 14 cents away from the high of the day. $24.80 just went through. We're now 12 cents away from the high of the day. Just saw 82 go through. That means we're a dime away from the high of the day. There you go. 27.90 on AI, 24.82 on GameStop. Go GameStop, go AI, go SoFi. Make my viewers a lot richer. That would be fine. Splair, the gadget will probably be the most important part here while the CD business could end. Jesse James, I think GameStop's going to change to something with AI and be the future of gaming. I don't know, just a hunch. Jesse, virtual reality or something. Splair, I bet anyways that in tax loss selling season, we'll go back at least to the 15-20 range, maybe only for a short dip, but it'll be there to buy my $10 strikes back before they expire. Tesla, not too shabby lately. Christina, low volume, and they're trying to keep it below, and it's going up. This may bring in volume. Christina, you have taught me that volume makes it go up. There you are. Parker, though out another order, threw out another order for 23 expiring next week. I'm trying to get a 106 for it. Oh, I see. You're trying to write a cash secured put for next week. I got it out of the money. Cash secured put 24.81 right now on the stock. Through. I'm throwing it out there. I'm trying. You know what I mean. I've got an offer. I'm trying to sell something. I hear you, buddy. Cash secured put there. I read between those lines. 24.83 on GameStop. 9 cents away from the high of the day again. There's nothing here. There's 100 at 85. There's one share at 86, 63 at 87, one at 88, and 50 at 89. There's nothing for sale. The offers are zeros. The high of the day at 92. There's 440 at 24.92. That's all. 440. There's a nothing burger. There's 1,800 at 24.99 and 1,697 at 25. I think they will be taken out, and then we'll go to 25.20 right away. Like it'll go up 40 cents from here on any kind of a run immediately. That's my hunch. I'm typing too fast, says Sparker. I can't type this. B Tizzle, you can't download a new controller. On my way to GameStop later today for a new one, courtesy of this option premium. Thank you very much. 70x7. Can someone put Uncle Bruce's email in the chat, please? Here's the email right here. brucefarman@hotmail.com. It is down below in the description of this video. If you go to my homepage on your laptop, you'll find my email all the time down below. But there it is. You can write me an email anytime you like. And welcome to the party, pal. Let me know what you need. There you go, kids. Giddy up. Dude, yeah, I remember the last 2 quarters, NVIDIA filled its gap, retracing the previous support levels. Bruce is right to warn us on this. Brian, it is on the page at the bottom. Silly. You can find it. Christina, wow, look at all the call options that expire tomorrow at $25 each. We're about to go in the money on those. Jonathan, hey, Uncle Bruce, looking at January 17, $26 cash secured put strike, 125. Getting $100 sounds like a no-brainer with this crazy premium. Okay, what are we talking about? I don't even know what stock you're talking about here. You're leaving me behind. Susan Schuck, Bruce, are you okay with the new low volume on GameStop? 4 million. What's this telling us here? 70, he's laughing all the way. GameStop, baby. Slayer, Uncle Bruce, I see you have almost 10 million clicks on your vids. Brian, and when you get to the store, maybe you will buy batteries or a Pokemon cards or a new game. Who knows? Mr. Jonathan, Gen 1725s. Congratulations for this, Square. Dude, it's in the description, but I'll try to post it, and it might be censored automatically by YouTube. Christina, 5,355 volume and 19,000 open interest. Wow. There you go. There's my email right there. In between messages, you can always send me an email anytime you like. Giddy up, everybody. If you want to go to my website and you want to pick up classes, you go here. You go to this place right here, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. Get your butt over there and pick up some classes. You'll find the page. It looks like this. Here's my homepage, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. There's the link to the classes. Start scrolling. Once you get there, you're scrolling, and boom, number 1, number 2. Let's go, baby. Here we go, 17 of them. Let's roll. Start learning how this is done. Get on with it. Become a smarter trader. Learn how to write options. Make some dough. And let's go with rollovers, poor man covered calls, stink bids, stink offers, psychology of the markets. Oh, my God. Advanced poor man covered call strategies. Here we have it. So much. Lesson number 16. Lesson 17. Oh, my God. Yeah, learn how this is done. Welcome to the party, kids. It's nice to have you here. Any of you who have issues with your lessons, you can't find a link you bought a month or 2 ago or something, or you have a logistical problem, send me an email. I'll get you looked after. But after these live shows, I check my emails all day long, and then I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can to help you out. Don't worry, it's okay. No panic if you make a mistake or something. We'll get you figured out. It's going to be good. Thank you, everybody. Let's go, babe. Brian, Jan 2025, the $26 puts are going for $9. Oh, my God, that's incredible. Buy the stock for 17. Thank you very much. Yes, Blair. In the description, there's only links to PayPal and other stuff. Yes, well, in my homepage, you'll find it, but down below, you should be getting a full-blown description of what's going on, including my email address and all that stuff. You should be getting it, depending on what device you're using, of course. We're up 80 on the Dow now. We're up 35 cents on AI, $27.99 on AI. GameStop, $24.86. We are 6 cents away from the high of the day again. We're going higher on GameStop. 4.3 million. The buying just keeps chugging along, and the sellers are backing out. They're gone. They're gone. They're not there. Nobody really wants to short it here. They want to short at 45.50. They don't want to short at 24 because it ain't going to 10. That's not going to happen. We're at 24.77 right now. 24.92 for the high, and not a lot offered for sale. Not a lot. But we'll see what happens. Welcome all to the program. Aspire, I think, still has no email connection to Uncle Bruce, XO7. Oh, I think they figured it out. So there's my email address right there. Come on in, say hi. 24.81 again. Offered at 82, 100 shares. Now 150. Ooh, 150. Now 50. There's nothing there. There's 50 at 82. There's 50 to 84. 78 at 24.86. 78. There's 50 at 24.88. 112 at 24.89. How much you want? Yeah, this would take nothing to wipe this up to 25.20. 25.50 would take nothing. Brian, July 26, $25 puts on GameStop are going for $4. You can write a $25 put on GameStop that expires on July the 26th. That is a month from now, and they'll pay you $4. You're on the hook to buy that for $21. That is your worst case scenario. Crazy. 1 month and buy shares for 21. I love this game. Oh man. You got 10 grand lying around, you can write 4 of these contracts and haul in $1,600. You got 20 grand lying around, you can write 8 of those and bring in $3,200 and then write another one for another $400 just on the money you're getting. Oh my gosh, how many at 25? Oh my gosh. You want to go up to January 2025, $26 call. Look at that right there. A Jan 25 expiry. That's 5 months from now. A $26 cash secured put, that's just $1 higher than where we're at right now. You get $9. Put up 2,600, get 900 back. Put up 26,000 and get 9,000 back right now, which means you can now write another 3 of them immediately. Enough cash, you can write another one right away. You can write 14 of them. Oh my god, this is so easy, man. Snowboarder, Brian, that is 16% on your $2,500 investment for a month. That's not bad. Bring in $4 on $2,600 in a month. That is 16% on your money. Thank you very much. You getting a CD from your bank at what, 3.5%, 4%? What's your savings account paying you at your bank? 0.5%, 1%? What are those generous people giving you for all that money you're leaving there? Wow, 16% for a month. Oh, yeah, you gotta be willing to buy GameStop at 21. But if you were exercised and you did get it at 21, what are you gonna do? You're gonna write a call option. You might write a $25 call option for January 2025. You'll probably get $4 or $5 for that. Now your cost is $15, $16. That's still making money. Ryan, not bad. What do the pros give you back? 5-10% for a yearly return? I'm in the money, baby. Yeah, your pros won't even give you 10%. You'll be getting 3 to 4%. So many people out there don't even get inflation. They don't get inflation back as a return. The pros are doing great. They're making money off the top like you can't believe. They are living the life. Boy. You know, the first $1 million they get paid, they pay $400,000 in income tax, and they have $600,000 left to live on the first $1 million they make. Then they get $2 million bonuses on top of that, and they pay $800,000 in tax. I'm assuming a 40% tax rate. I could be wrong. And now they get $1.2 million on top of the $600,000 that they're getting by on. How hard is life? With $1.2 million more coming in every year than you need to live on, and you're living on $600,000. Think about that. You're living on $600,000. If you pay rent of $30,000 a month for your New York whatever, you still have $30,000 to live on after tax. Can you get by in New York with $30,000 a month more, and then $1.2 million more every year after that to add to your retirement? 10 years of working like that, adjusted for inflation, how many millions have you got in the bank? How many, 10, 15, 20 million in the bank after 10 years? And you've been getting by, scraping by on 600 to 800,000 a year over the next 10 years. Scraping by. Are you doing all right? Is it okay? Welcome to their world. I'm trying to get you higher, kids. I'm just trying to get you into a better world. This is nuts, isn't it? Yeah, baby, it is crazy. We're up 112 on the Dow. Thank you, Dow. We're up 34 in AI, 27.98. A GameStop, 24.74. High of the day, 24.92. I think it's only a matter of time before this goes higher. Just that's my personal thought, though. SoFi, 6.48, up a penny. Nvidia down 170. Rocket Lab's up 5 cents. Matterport up 3.5. SmartMind up 2. Welcome all to the party. Nice to have you all with me today. I'm glad you're all here. Join me tomorrow morning for our Friday show. Option expiry day tomorrow. And next Friday, taking positions on new contracts for next Friday. Well done, everybody. 24.83. We just jumped on GameStop again. We're making another move now. 24.81 to 82.83. Maybe we're going for another high here. Make your money. Make some dough. Take these dollars off the table. Don't go after the pennies. Give up those pennies that are left over and go after fresh, multiple dollars. This is smart trading. This is conservative. This is the way to do it. You're being offered $4 to $9 a contract in cash now. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? A gold-plated invitation to get rich? Are you kidding me? Some of you out there have 5,000 shares of GameStop, 10,000 shares of GameStop. I know you do. You could be pulling in 50 to 100 contracts at $6, $8 a contract in premiums. Times 100, that's $80,000. That is a year salary for a lot of people that you could be holding it right now in cash in your hand to change your financial situation at home dramatically. Completely alter your existing cash flow scenario. Your monthly expenses just have dropped dramatically. You've just eliminated debts, credit card charges, who knows what. What are you waiting for? Kids, option writers, option gamblers are waiting to make you wealthy. They're willing to give it to you or to hedge funds. Whoever the seller is, they don't care. They don't care who the seller is. They want to buy. Let them buy contracts from you for stupid money. Take the money. Always be ready. Thank you so much for being here. Christina, let's hope this thing goes to 26 today. Spirit, I'm wishing you all already a relaxed and successful day. Brian, Christina, 26 at the end of the week would be lovely as well. Thank you all very much for being with me today. Have a great rest of your day. We'll keep an eye on this market. I'll be here. Jen and I will be watching. We'll see what's going on. And we'll definitely be here tomorrow. Let's have some fun and get richer. Charlie, Uncle Bruce, I have a stink offer for $147 on a $30 put spread. That's 4,400 credit and 1,590 risk if it hits. A current bid ask range 85 to 170. I'm right in there. Giddy up, buddy. Make some dough. Brian, thanks, Uncle Bruce. Have a lovely rainy day in Calgary. Thank you all. Dust free today. Dust free. Swear. With a thumbs up at the end. Thank you, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Get nothing but richer. Keep you posted. We'll keep an eye on that and grab your classes, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye for now.